Get ready with me while I tell you about the time my house was intruded when my parents were away. Okay, divorced parent things. The time when my dad literally lived in this shack of a house in butt-fuck nowhere. Like, if you have divorced parents, you just know the dad's house was always ghetto as fuck. The shower was literally outside with no walls, no doors, nothing. Promise you, I was showering with redback spiders and kangaroos. I promise you. I was never allowed to bring friends over to this house because that was just a big health and safety issue. Anyways, I want to say I was like 10 at the time and I was like home alone with my 2 older brothers that were only like older by like a few years. No clue where my father was. All I know was he was away, probably getting minge or something, I don't know. Need to moisten up. Anyways, this was like nighttime and we were like all in the lounge room. In this lounge room there was like a massive glass sliding door and you could see out into like the backyard. And like the backyard wasn't like a normal backyard, it was like acres on acres on acres on acres. Anyways, we were just like chilling, laxing on the couch, and I don't know who saw like the shadow or like the figure first. I feel like it was me, I don't know, could be lying. We saw this like head and like massive like manly shadow figure in the backyard, and as a little petite little girl, obviously I start freaking the fuck out. I remember calling Dad straight away. I was like, Dad, you need to come back ASAP. I know you're like 2 hours away because you chose to live in the middle of fucking Uluru or something, but you need to put those boosters on. You need to come save us like the knight in shining armor. You know what this motherfucker says to me? And if you know my dad, this makes complete and utter sense. Like, he's a fuckwit, got 1 brain cell, if he's lucky. He's like, oh, you'll be fine. Oh, stop stressing. I kid you fucking not, he does not. He does not put his boosters on. He does not come on his little fucking horse with his armor on. He probably is still at the fucking pub having another bevy. He probably just ordered another one. So now I'm just stuck with my like teenage brothers. The eldest, I don't know how old he would be at the time, but he wasn't like super old. And he was just like, almost, like he started freaking out too. Like he wanted to be like all cool and shit, but like I know he had a skitty, 3D skitty in his undies. I know it. So by now we've like all kind of surrounded in the kitchen and like we're trying to plot on like how we're gonna take this 40-year-old man down ourselves. Well, we need weapons just in case he comes in. So my oldest brother, he grabs a big fucking kitchen knife. Yeah, that'll do the job. My other brother grabs like another maybe like little knife, but like it would do damage. Do you know what this fucker hands me? Do you know what this fucker hands me as a weapon? A fork. Thanks, cunt. What am I gonna do? Eat the intruder? Actually, maybe. Anyways, my brother's like, stay here, like, I'm gonna go investigate, like, thanks, King. And I'm standing as far back as it fucking gets. My brother goes to inspect, I'm hiding like a little bitch. He like gets brave enough, he's like, oh, I can't really see anything anymore, like, I'm gonna have to like open the sliding door. Well, you're gonna be first to die in a horror movie, what the fuck are you doing? Anyways, he opens the sliding door, he like tilts his head around. It's a fucking helmet. It's just a helmet. All that for nothing. To be fair though, it was like a helmet on like this like biker jacket. Like, so it looked like a helmet and then like, shut up, I'm just trying to justify myself. His dad rocks up maybe 45 fucking minutes later, thanks dog. Not a sweat broken. Nah, he's actually laxing. And you actually want to know what this cunt came home with? Domino's pizza. Anyways, that's my story time for today. Sorry I low-key clickbaited you, but I don't give a shit.
Okay, so I've been wanting to do more story times like about my life. I feel like senior year was kind of far enough where I can talk about them now. So let me tell you guys about one of the weirdest Halloween parties I've ever been to. Literally every single Halloween year has been so eventful for me. Everything happens on Halloween. Alright, so senior year Halloween, I think I went out maybe 3 times. Our like biggest night, like the biggest party that we had was at one of our friends' boyfriend's places. We like weren't friends with her boyfriend, like he went to a different school, but we hung out with him like a few times and he was off. He was strange. So wasn't one of my like closest friends, so I really like didn't run into the boyfriend a lot. Started like hanging out with them in a new group and talking to people at this new school. I also doubt this person's gonna be watching my videos, but if you are, like, no hate, it was just really weird. Me and my friends hear that he's going to have a Halloween party and we get the most formal invite possible, fully the longest text with the biggest words, and the kicker of it all was that we were asked to bring canned food to get into the party. We're seniors in high school, so asking to bring a canned donation was a little bit weird. I enjoy the sentiment. I believed it was all getting donated, but this was supposed to be like a rager, like a big party. Being like, you can only get in if you brought canned food. Was that strange to you guys? Because it was really strange to me and my friends. But we did it. Like, walked into a party dressed as a cat, holding canned beans, just to paint the picture. And a few people from my high school were there, but it was basically like mostly all the other high school having the time of our lives because we didn't really know a lot of people. Some guy threw a can at one of my best friends. She was fine, it was just really funny. Some girl thought that my friend was trying to hook up with her ex and then started screaming and crying at her. Some guy was making fun of girls, so I tripped him in front of everyone. It was just like, this night was just, it was so fun, but also so many things happened. To this day in our girls group chat, like over 2 years later, we will still text about this night. And I'm pretty sure more happened that I can't really talk about. It was a strange night. It really was. And I want to do more story times. I'm just afraid. I don't know what I can and can't share on this platform. Everyone on Long Island loves me sharing my videos around whenever they think it's about someone. So, and that's pretty much all.
Hey y'all. I know y'all missed me. I've been gone for like 2 days. Putting on lashes today. These are the lashes that I'm using. I don't know what they're called, but they're Kiss and they have the number 03. Anyway, so one day in 8th grade, I found out that this guy liked me. Also, I'm using Falscara. And I had no idea who this boy was, so you know, I did my research. One thing about Johanna, she's gonna find out who you are, where you live, like bank statements, everything. So, you know, I'm doing my research on this man. When I tell you, this man is fine. And y'all, this man, when I say fine, I mean fine. He was gorgeous. Like TikTok thirst trap, you know, rip off my shirt if you love me type. So y'all know, I started to like this boy back because he was so fine. Let's call him Joe. We're gonna have to take a break. That was traumatizing. Me and Joe don't have any classes together, obviously, because I don't know who this man is. I've never seen him in my life. Well, in person. So a few weeks go by and I actually decided to DM him, which ends up being extremely embarrassing because instead of him liking me, he liked a different girl. So before this happened, I had liked a whole different boy. But looking back on it now, I really don't think he liked me. He was so rude. But I would talk to him like 24/7 about Joe because he was locked in for real. So the boy bestie, let's name him Daniel. So, you know, after this whole Joe thing smooth is over, I get like a message and it's like, Daniel really likes you. So, I start talking to this man and turns out he has a really weird ex. But honestly, who doesn't? But, you know, this girl is particularly messy. Not just with, like, the girls he talks to, but with, like, everybody. She's just one of those people, you know, like the my hands go both ways type. So, I wasn't really trying to cause any problems with homegirl, because, one day, I'm going home and I find out homegirl's talking about me. I'm like, oh my god. But honestly, what else did I expect? But I've never talked to this girl my whole entire life. She's like, oh, you're such a biatch for talking to my ex. One thing about girls, they're gonna make up a girl code whenever, like, girl code is girl code. But I don't think it's girl code whenever y'all aren't friends. I'm sure homegirl was expecting me to fall to her knees like all her little minions do and be like, oh my god, But girl, you literally cheated on that man. But it's a problem when I start talking to him. So maybe me, I'm just like, girl, make it make sense. Did you or did you not cheat on this man? But that's your bookie, for real. Right, stay safe. But honestly, if you're obsessed with me, just say that. I mean, I would be obsessed with me too. I mean, like, who wouldn't be? I mean, anyway, if you're obsessed with me, just say that. Jesus can get you through this, for real. You could be wiser. You could be better. You could be so much better. When you look back, yep. Anyway, this is not my story. Storyteller wishes to remain anonymous.